Hornaday dominate? I don't see it. Matt Crafton's the fastest truck on the track right now. He's closing in on Hornaday.
We've got caution on the racetrack for debris.
That's going to bring some people to pit road. We're going to have some adjustments on how it's going to shake out after this round of pit stops is going to be very interesting.
So we knew that the pit window was going to be around 120 to 130 laps, meaning they could go the rest of the way on a tank of fuel.
Oh, without a doubt. I think this caution flag comes out just at the right time for a lot of people. Then it gives them the option, if they think tires are really worth something, then they can do it maybe with 60, 70 laps to go.
Because of so few drivers on the lead lap right now. Mike?
There's your Aaron's Lucky Dog recipient, Mario Goslin in the Tire Monkey truck. See Matt Crafton duck into pit road, as all the leaders will do. You guys are right. They could go from here to the finish. It sets up for a fun finish, though, Phil. If there's a caution flag with 30 or 40 to go, these crew chiefs, these guys on pit road are going to have some decisions to make.
Adam.
And the report for Matt Crafton, running second with a caution came out. I need more forward bite, but I am good in the middle. But hopefully the crew chief not calling for any major changes, maybe just a bit of air pressure, 4 tires and fuel. The first stops of the night coming near lap 90. Ray?
Johnny Sauter on the bottom of your screen saying that he needs a chassis adjustment. They're going to change air pressure. You see the track bar getting raised too. On the top of the screen, Ron Hornaday. It's a 4-tire stop. They had a little bit of a problem on the left front. Hornaday gets his fuel in. He is going to have a good battle down to the end. Todd Bodine right at the end of pit road. They see Matt Crafton coming off pit road second. Then Kyle Busch and Bodine.
Good pit stop by Bodine's crew. Picked up a spot. Johnny Sauter lost a couple.
So Ron Hornaday in front of this field. Matt Crafton, his closest competitor, right behind him on the restart. Coverage of the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series is presented on Speed by the new Expendables, starring Jason Statham, Jet Li, and Sylvester Stallone in theaters everywhere August 13th. Brought to you in part by the AARP Auto and Home Insurance Program from the Hartford. And by Fusion, the 2010 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Get in and drive one. Great crowd on hand here at ORP. Those are some of the fans that are enjoying the grassy knoll there.
You see that sign right in the middle of our screen? It says his first race. How about that?
Race.
Don't you love the way they got him all decked out, too?
He's got the rookie stripe. He's got a rookie stripe.
And he's got on his headphones and his safety goggles. He's ready to go racing, baby.
Green flag back in the air. Ron Hornaday brings us back to the green. Matt Crafton was on the inside. Behind Hornaday, it was the 30 of Todd Bodine. Now Kyle Busch battling with Bodine for the 3rd spot.
Strong move by Kyle Busch.
Strong move by Matt Crafton. Did you see that 1 and 2 he just made? He drove right up beside Hornaday.
You mentioned that he was the fastest truck on the racetrack a lot towards the end, all the way to the bottom again. Remember, everybody with fresh tires right now.
It's going to cost him. I believe he's going to lose second. He'll just say, okay, I gave it a try. It didn't work. I'll settle in here. I know I got a great truck.
A lot of racing still to go. We haven't reached the halfway point yet. Out in front, it's Ron Hornaday. Kyle Busch moves to second. There's a side-by-side battle for the 4th position. Johnny Sauter on the inside, Todd Bodine on the outside.
Johnny's trying to get back one of the spots he lost on pit road. He lost a couple spots. Kyle Busch and Todd Bodine able to pass him on pit road, trying to get one of those spots back right now.
We know how fast that 17 truck behind these two is. That's our pole sitter, Timothy Peters. They got a little bit of contact there in turn 1 and 2.
We had a moment right there, I think, Michael.
Yeah, and Peters was extremely fast on the short haul, and so he needs to make up every spot he can right now while he's got those fresh tires and his truck's good. Looked like maybe he got in the back of Todd, or did Todd and
Johnny Sauter actually slid up and got into the side of these trucks. Let's take another look.
Watch this. You see Johnny down on the inside of the racetrack. There's Todd, the 30 on the outside. Watch Johnny get sideways. He makes a little contact with Todd, but they're able to drive away. Here's another view. Watch, this is going to be great. Watch that 13 truck get a little bit sideways. There he is right there. And the second time he had to chase it, he got into the left rear quarter of Todd and then drove by him.
And the Todd Bodine is extremely lucky he didn't cut a tire. There was a lot of contact right there on that left rear tire. Could have been devastating for our point leader.
We've seen that splitter oftentimes rip the valve stem out of those tires.
You know what I bet Todd Bodine's hoping? He just wants to have a quiet night. He doesn't want to be in the middle of any headlines, and he was almost a headline maker right there when Johnny Sauter got a hold of him.
Todd Bodine right now running in the 5th spot. I think if you said, Todd, I'll give you a top 5, he'll take it.
He's been quietly in the top 5. There's that left rear tire. All the lettering rubbed off of it. Really lucky.
And problems coming off of 2. Mario Goslin involved in this, as well as Narain Karthikeyan.
It's Eric
Almirola is also involved in it. Narain's right in front of these two. There's Narain turned the wrong way. But it's Eric Almirola, Mario Goslin. They were pinched up against the wall.
Contact, left side not as bad.
Boy, look at the 51 of Eric Almirola. Comes in here second in points. This is going to be devastating. A tremendous amount of damage to that Raceway Toyota.
Truck looked a whole lot like that at Iowa when we left, and here we are again, tore all to pieces. And you could see this front end steering's all messed up. He couldn't even make the turn as slow as he was going. Mario Goslin just received the Arian's lucky dog, and now he's tore all to pieces.
Take another look at what just happened.
Well, we've talked about how these trucks converge when they exit the turn. You can go really low in the turn. You can run high, but when you get on the straightaway, momentum brings you together, and it looks like maybe that was the case there.
Yeah, sure was. We're just right up off the corners where the initial contact came.
And something happened with the 60. Obviously, Narain is going backwards when we came to that shot.
Yeah, I'm saying it's all related. All three of those trucks somehow came together.
A lot of damage to the 12, a lot of damage to the 51, and the 60 also involved in this incident. Coming out on lap 97 as we're just about to pass the halfway point of this one at ORP. Not so happy driver. Eric Almirola is out of his truck. And while we were away at break, this is some of the communication he was having.
Watch how angry he is and where he's headed.
He's going to jump out of his truck.
Right there, you don't want anybody telling you you're not going to go speak your mind to the team.
Yeah,
now, obviously, Narain Karthikeyan was involved in the accident. He's still on the racetrack. But he wants to go tell his crew what he thought about what happened.
He said, stay here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go speak my mind.
We couldn't see what started this, but obviously we know now that Narain and Eric came together.
Maybe Mario Goslin was just an innocent bystander in the situation.
Right, what's happening?
Well, we're going to step in here and see if we can get a word with Eric. He's talking it over with Richie Waters. They have some severe damage to the right front on this number 51. And Eric, I know that the evening really didn't start out very good for you guys right from the very beginning. What was the problem with the truck?
We have no idea. It wasn't the same truck that we were third in practice with in the first practice and sixth or fifth in the second practice. I don't know.
What did you have to say to Chad, the crew chief, on the 60?
Oh, just that we're struggling. We're racing for 20th. I mean, I don't know what spot we were racing for, but it was bad. We're a lap down, just trying to work on our truck and get it better. There's 100 laps to go, and the 60 kept running into me every corner. So I mean, this place is as wide as they come for short tracks. Pick a lane.
Thank you.
And as wide as they come, Kyle Busch is forcing the issue with Ron Hornaday up front.
Wasn't wide enough for those two guys.
No, there was contact made between Kyle Busch and Ron Hornaday for the lead.
Whoa, did you see that whole Taco 9 squeezed in too?
Shelby Howard in the middle of a 3-wide situation. Here comes the 4.
Look at
Ricky
Jason
Carmichael
White.
on the bottom.
He peeks to the outside. This is why all these fans are here tonight watching this great short track action at ORP. What a great crowd. What a great race.
Johnny Sauter just behind the 18. Kyle Busch trying to get by that 33 of Ron Hornaday early on the restart. Let's take another look.
See him drive down in turn number 3.
What a great job that was for by Kyle Busch at the entrance to that corner, Rick. I think Ron dove in there a little bit quicker than Kyle might have expected. He was able to stay off of him on the entry, but then he got together in the center.
Door to door off that turn, and then Hornaday was able to get in front. Now the battle for second. Johnny Sauter takes the position away from Kyle Busch.
How about that whole shot that Johnny Sauter gets up off the bottom of the racetrack off these corners?
That 13 and 88 both are just really, really strong, able to run through the center and off the turn better than anybody.
Todd Bodine still trying to work his way to the front. Like you said, have just a comfortable evening. Doesn't need anything spectacular.
I think James Buscher's, he's been so close time and time again of getting on the outside of Todd. Todd's running the extreme low line. James the opposite, way up high. Can he get out there now?
James is out there again. Todd has to be careful pulling back up in front of him. He just barely has him clear twice a lap.
There's a bump from Busher earlier.
There's a situation